Hi, this is your dietitian Anuradha again. Well, types of diets. You saw the heading of it. There are so many diets. We keep listening to it, right? I thought, let me explain each and every diet. What you must have heard, maybe not all, maybe few, right? So let's see what and all you had heard, and let me explain types of diets which researchers had done some research and had given us. It has come to the light and we are following, right? Or certain things which you must have heard and tried, region based, or so many things. Let's explore. I'm here to do that only, right? But food restriction, like volume restriction, calorie control diets, or portion control diets. Calorie control diets focus on limiting total number of calories consumed per day, aiming for a calorie deficit to promote weight loss. You see here in the plate, like half of the plate is with veggies and salads, and one-fourth with protein, and carbs, one-fourth. Well, portion control also is there, like how much should be taken. This involves eating smaller portion of various food groups to manage the calorie intake. So one is calorie control, the other is portion control. So you saw the difference. Both are different. Okay. Yeah. So next comes macro restriction. Macros are nothing but carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So based on that, low carb diets, these diets significantly reduce carbohydrate intake, often focusing on protein and fat. These are low carb diets. Carb is carbohydrates. Ketogenic, that is keto diet, is a nickname. A very low carb, high fat diet that aims to put the body into state of ketosis, where it burns fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. Next comes low fat diet. These diets emphasize limiting fat intake, often focusing on carbohydrates and protein. These are all macros, right? Low sodium diet. These diets restrict sodium intake, often recommended for individuals with high blood pressure. This is understandable, right? So you need to have low sodium, like all these packeted foods, namkeen cheese, all these things, deep fried stuff with salted stuff. All these things will definitely hike your blood pressure if you are a high blood pressure patient. And anyone for that matter, if you are eating very often, right? So there low sodium diets are given. Low sugar diets generally for not only for diabetes, if the person is having high insulin resistance and PCOS, PCOD problem also, we try to give low sugar diets. These diets limit added sugars and refined carbohydrates. Very simple and easy, right? Next comes the time restriction. We had gone with calorie restriction, volume restriction, that is volume is calorie, and portion control. We have seen other restrictions like macro restriction, sodium restriction, sugar restriction, right? Now, time restriction. So this is called intermittent fasting, very popular nowadays, IF as a abbreviated. This approach cycles between the periods of eating and voluntary fast. So there are n number of intermittent fasting methods. One of the popular is at 16 by 8, that is wherein 16 hours of fasting with 8 hours of feeding. So your eating window will only for 8 hours, and rest of the 16 hours you are not going to eat anything. You are going to fast them. The other one is 5:2 diet, that is like 5 days of normal eating, 2 days of partial eating. So like day one, if you're eating normal, next day you're doing a partial fast. Then day three, day four, again you are eating normal. Then again day five, you are doing a partial fast. Then day six, day seven, you are again having a normal eating window. So this is what permutations, combinations being tried by the researchers, and what suits you always matters a lot, because intermittent fasting, just like that, closed eyes you cannot do. So you need a proper professional help to do this. Elimination diets. Wow. So we have come across so many diets so far, and this is elimination diet. So what is here, like certain things which you might be allergic, or certain things removing will improve your gut health or your body health. So gluten-free diets. These diets eliminate gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. Someone will have gluten allergy, intolerance to it, but most of the PCOS, PCOD problem also we give gluten-free diets. Dairy-free diets. Of course, lactose intolerance, we don't give dairy. So here these diets eliminate all the dairy products. Vegetarian diets, these diet includes meat, fish with various lacto-ovo. So under the dairy also we have all this like lacto-ovo where we include only dairy and eggs, or only include dairy or ovo. So there are so many different diets if you see. Vegan diet. These diets exclude all animal products, including the milk. Okay, milk, yeah, came from animals. So, and includes meat, dairy, eggs, and honey. Okay, these are all allowed. Then my by food emphasis. So each region will have a particular diet plan given and followed for centuries. So one such is the Mediterranean diet. It emphasizes on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, olive oil with limited amount of meat and dairy. Paleo diet focus on foods that the hunter-gatherers would have eaten, like includes lean meats, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, while excluding grains. There is no grains, legumes, and processed foods. So very interesting, right? DASH diet, that is the dietary approach to stop hypertension. This was almost like 15 years back. This diet had become very famous. So aims to lower the blood pressure by emphasizing fruits and vegetables to balance sodium, potassium, of course, and whole grains while limiting sodium, saturated fats, and red meat. Flexitarian diet. So flexitarian diet is flexible plus vegetarian diet. It's like you are mostly on a vegetarian diet, but occasional meat consumption will happen. Like most of them follow this. Like for entire week we take vegetarian diet. On probably on a Friday and Sunday we go for a non-vegetarian diet. So this is flexitarian diet. I found it very interesting when I started searching for this. Diets for specific condition. So disease condition actually. So diet for diabetes focus on managing blood sugar levels through carbohydrate control and healthy food choices. Diet for healthy heart emphasizes on healthy fats, lean protein, fiber to reduce the risk of heart diseases. And diet for digestive issues, nothing but gut health, improving the gut health. So these diets may involve eliminating certain foods or following specific guidelines to manage your digestive problems. Here comes balanced diet, focus on the wide variety, all using all the food groups and in appropriate proportion. That is what is balanced diet. Whatever the body nutritional need requirement is there, accordingly, adequate amounts of carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals are given in a balanced way. So that is what is balanced diet, which is very important for everyone to follow. Restrictive diets is like, why do you restrict? Restrict diets are nothing but eliminating certain foods or food groups such as carbohydrates, fats, or certain types of meat, often for the specific health reason or weight loss goals. So, as we already read about these, like low carb diets, ketogenic diets, vegetarian diets, vegan diets. So, I would like to tell ketogenic diets usually used for the kids with ADHD cases, and wherein we need to give a low carbohydrate. So such cases we do, but now even for the weight loss also ketogen diets are being followed. And fat diets. These diets characterized by a quick weight loss claims based on a restrictive eating pattern or specific food combination, but does not have any scientific evidence for this long-term effectiveness or safety. For example, they have a 3 day military diet and food type diet. So they consider like for 3 days, strict calorie diet like 1,200 to then 3 days they follow that diet, and on the fourth day onwards they go for 1,500 kilocalorie diets for 3 to 4 days. Then again on 3 days again you go back to the military diet where 1,100 to 1,200 kilocalorie diet is followed for 3 days. So that's how it goes, this military diet. And blood type diet, like they say that this actually does not have any proper evidence to follow. But yeah, a B positive blood group type. So what it says, like occasionally eat chicken and do not eat much of certain foodstuffs. So they have like A for A A positive, AB blood group, B blood group, what you have to take. So I found it very interesting, but there is no much of scientific research papers on this to prove that this can help us. Well, mind diet, again, nothing but Mediterranean dash intervention of neurodegenerative delay, as I told you. So it's a hybrid of Mediterranean and dash diets, emphasizing food linked to brain health and cognitive functions, particularly whole grains, berries, vegetables, especially leafy green vegetables, olive oil, poultry, and fish. These are the things they use for the mind diet. Dukan diet requires a high level of effort because it's extremely restrictive and specifically in the earlier phase of the program and requires you to take a daily supplement of oat bar. Look at this, 4 phases of Dukan diet. Attack phase, 1 to 7 days, where you start the diet by eating limited lean protein plus 1.5 tablespoon of oat bran per day. Can you sustain this? Cruise phase is 1 to 12 months, alternate lean protein, 1 day with lean protein and other day with non-starchy veggies, the next plus 2 tablespoons of oat bran every day. Consolidation phase, that is 5 days for every pound lost in the phase 1 and phase 2. Unlimited lean protein with veggies, some carbs and fats, 1 day of lean protein weekly, 2.5 weekly, and then 2 tablespoon of oat bran daily. So if you observe here, oat bran is compulsory. Next comes the stabilization phase, which is indefinite. Follow the consolidation phase guidelines, but loosen the rules as long as your weight remains stable. And oat bran is increased to 3 tablespoons per day. Again, they say that Duncan diet can improve weight loss, but again, this may not be able to follow because of the combination and the calorie restriction and eating only particular food, only same food for almost a phase of life, which is not possible for a normal human being. Next comes the raw food diet, often called raw foodism or raw veganism, is an eating plan composed of mostly entirely raw and unprocessed foods. So a food is considered raw. It has never been heated over 40 to 48 degrees, refined. It should not be refined, pasteurized, treated with pesticides, otherwise processed in any way. Instead, the diet allows several alternative preparation methods like juicing, blending, dehydrating, soaking, sprouting. These are allowed. So the following foods are suitable for most of the raw food diets are raw fruits, raw vegetables, dried fruits and vegetables, freshly made fruit and vegetable juices, soaked and sprouted beans, other legumes and grains, raw nuts and seeds, raw nut butters, such as peanut butter or almond butter, nuts, milk like almond milk, cold pressed oil, coconut oils, fermented foods like kimchi, seaweed, sprouts, all these things are allowed in raw food diet. See, a page we were eating raw, and we had uh, developed our cognitive health and we had come into the cooking and grilling and so many methods of cooking. So raw might give you retain certain nutrients, but also while cooking also gain certain nutrients. So this is hypothetical like whether to go with raw or cooked food. So as the research has developed so much, we know what can be taken raw and what should has be soaked, what can be sprouted, which should be cooked and taken. For egg, you cannot take raw. You need to cook and take. So there are certain things when you soak, cook, you avail certain nutrients. Yeah. While boiling certain things, you might lose certain nutrients, vitamins and minerals, but can be fortified, with lime juice or something like that. Mostly it is the B vitamins and C you use, and you humans are so intelligent that we know how to fortify it and have it. So I may not say that we can go with the raw food diet completely. So what is your type of diet? A big question mark, right? Oh God, which one yet? Keto diet, paleo diet, Dukan diet, raw diet, military diet, blood type diet, mind diet. So many diets. So now tell me, what is your type of diet? What are you doing? Intermittent fasting diet? Calorie deficit diet? What is your choice? You can comment uh, it will be more helpful for me to understand that what diet you're following correctly. And even if it is an intermittent, also please let me know what is the window of eating, how many hours and all. But my suggestion is this. Always go with a certified dietitian. Ask your dietitian who has done masters in nutrition and dietetics, right? They are the right people. They always update themselves from the organizations like Indian Dietetic Association and Nutrition Society of India or EPAN. So various researchers would have done so much of research and conclude and take the help of WHO, and all the guidelines is streamed and guidelines are given to the dietitians. So they are trained and well experienced and will tell you how to go about. You do not go with the media or any other type of the diet you have read and heard, because what applies to you may not apply to the other person, right? So a dietitian will understand your lifestyle, your mindful habits, your food frequency, and your, habits and your lifestyle, way to correct and understand your gut. All these things will be taken care by the dietitian, and she will plan your diet. And very easily, you want to reduce weight, you will definitely reduce weight. You want to, improve your gut, you can do it. But the main root is our stomach, that is our gut. Our gut and intestines, that is stomach and intestine, has to be clean. So when that gut health is improved, your weight loss, weight gain, your vitamin deficiencies, all these things will be easily corrected, and whatever your health goal would be easily achieved. So all these things can happen when you go with the right person. When follow the guidelines given by your dietitian and the guidelines given by your physiotherapist for your exercise or the yoga expert, you will achieve the goal and it will sustain for long period. What is important? When your health goal is achieved and your health is corrected, your lifestyle is corrected, your gut health is corrected, and sustainability is important, right? And your consistency, that habit of whatever the mindful habit you have built, consistency is also important. All these things will be trained by a very well experienced, experts. So you want to take which diet can be decided by your dietitian, your personalized dietitian. So I request you to go with your personalized dietitian, me, dietitian Anuradha ARISETTY. I am here to help you to correct your lifestyle, your mindful habits, your gut health, and the goal, the health goal, whatever it is, weight loss, weight gain, or improve your hair, or improve your health. However, to maintain health, I am here to help. You can approach me at AJC Nutrition. I am there to help you. Live healthy. Bye bye.